Hey YouTube, it is me again, Drunken Jack here with Toy Dojo. Again, www.toydojo.com. Check out Toy Dojo and Eddie for any of your Transformer needs. He does lots of other things besides Transformers, but really all I collect is Transformers. So, again, thanks to Eddie. We're going to take a look at something else here tonight, and he is right down below. So let me get to that. We'll start by looking at this. I'm sure if you see some of this stuff here, you're going to know exactly what we're going to look at here. But look at this real nice looking blaster here. Got your blues, your grays, your purples, and that's what we're reviewing. And that's it. So thank you. No, I'm just playing. We also have to look at these. See, these are nice swords. So, and then now we're done. Okay. No, I'm just joking with you. So what we're really going to look at here is this guy right here. This is MMC's Carnifex. I'm hopefully I didn't butcher that name. But their take on an Overlord, and this guy is massive. He is a huge chunk of plastic goodness. He is meant to scale with the MP line. And he's awesome. I mean, he is. I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words. I just think he's really neat. This is a pre-production sample that we're taking a look at, but honestly, me just messing with it, it feels almost final. I mean, there's really very few. I mean, I can't think of those any tolerance issues on this thing. I think there's maybe a couple, and that was it. But he actually feels like he is legit going to be ready to be put out, and I think he's supposed to be out in September. So we got, let's see, we're in June, July, August, 3 more months. But this guy, I mean, and I may be right or wrong on that, but I mean, he feels just about final, from my thoughts. Just before we go into what he is, I'm not going to transform him. He transforms obviously into two pieces. He's made up of two pieces. He's got the tank and he's got the jet, if you will, that he breaks apart and transforms into two of them. And so they make him up as an actual bot. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to transform this guy. Again, like I mentioned, if you watch the Tarn video, you can get a more in-depth review and look at the transformation modes of Overlord here by visiting Peg for Life on his YouTube page. And again, I'm going to put a link into the description to get to his YouTube page. But before we actually take a look at him and just kind of go over his articulation, I'm going to show his size comparisons with the bots that I showed just a little while ago. First one we're going to look at is him with Tarn. And so you can see how big he is next to Tarn. He makes Tarn look tiny. Tarn, I believe, is 80 inches tall. And I want to say, is probably about 12 to 13 inches tall. So he's a big figure. Yeah, so right there you can see that. Take Tarn, put Tarn on the side. I'll put Tarn over here. Tarn, don't go killing anybody. Alright, buddy, you be good over there in the corner. Here he is next to Masterpiece Hot Rod. Again, makes him really look tiny. Next to Masterpiece Sideswipe. Again, makes him look super duper tiny. Right? Take these two guys off. And bring in MP10-ish. Obviously the MP10 mold here. And again, makes him look small as well. I mean, he is huge. I didn't want to say he's taller than, I didn't bring him with me. I'm actually up in Dallas for work. I live down in San Antonio, but I'm up here for work. And I brought a few figures up here with me, but I didn't bring MP Ultra Magnus. And he's actually taller than NP Ultra Magnus, if you can believe that, because Magnus is tall as well. So again, if you look at these two side by side, I mean, you can tell he's a lot taller than the KO Ultra Magnus MP10 mold there. So really, really neat. Alright, the figure itself, let's take this off here. So this is going to be a shield for him in robot mode. And this little piece here, this little tab, actually just tabs right into there, into that slot, or that slot, whichever slot you want. And, I'm sorry, actually this one right here goes into there. And then with this little peg right here, it's going to fit right into this slot on the arm right there. or over on this side, right here. Actually, that's rotated. Let's get that right. Let's do that, just so you can see what I'm talking about here. Do some of that. Do some of that. Okay. So yeah, so he's got slots on both arms right here, also on the inner arm right there, and it's same thing on both sides there. So you can fit this onto any of the arms and have like a big old shield for him. And then the two swords he comes with, again, since he is styled like an MP, he's got the little slots here that fit into the, or I should say the pegs that fit into the slots here on his inner palm here. That'll fit in just like an MP styled weapon will. Same thing with the gun. The gun also has it as well built into that, and he can hold that gun in either hand, and he's going to hold it up really well. And the gun is cool too. It's a really nice gun. You know, that here, and then this spins down to make it kind of like a rifle, like, and then you go shaking off and killing everybody. And so, really neat. And then these flaps here will kind of open up, and I believe these are more for transformation form, but you can actually make it look like a different sort of gun if you want to by flipping those up like that, and just kind of making it look really cool. So you can have this look any way you want by just moving a few things around. So really neat. I dig this gun. This is cool. This as well, you know, it's got a cockpit on here, so that opens up like that, comes apart, I should say. That's not what I was trying to do. That snaps back in. I was trying to open up just the cockpit area. There we go. And that opens up just like that, the cockpit. So let's get that out of the way. Now let's look at him himself. Again, he almost feels complete. We're gonna go into his articulation here. Arm articulation. Now you got these funky shoulder bits here. They kind of slide up like that, and these are like, I would say like maybe like shoulder pads, if you will. But if we look at just the arms themselves, they do move up like that, move down. You can kind of see that right there, the way they move up, just like that. They do go a full 360 around if this is okay. These are one of the tolerance issues. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But that will go all the way around if you were to get it such as that, and you could get that to move all the way around if you wanted to. And you can hear that's on a nice clickety ratchet there. So let's put these shoulder pieces back down. He's got an upper bicep swivel right there. He's got a single fix that. He's got a single bend at the elbow there, no double jointed, but just a single bend there. The hands themselves are on a swivel, and they rotate all the way around if you want to. The fingers themselves are individually articulated, and they're really nicely done. Again, they're done like an MP styled hand. So if we look at them, look at the thumb here, it's on a ball joint that can move up and down, and it's got a pin here, a pin there, and a pin there, and that gives you 3 articulation joints. You got the bend here at the base of the thumb, and then one at the middle of the thumb there that can allow that to have a lot of posability in that. Same thing with the fingers. They're all individually articulated of each other, and they've got the 3 pins: the bottom pin, this middle pin, and the top pin. And again, that allows you to have all the articulation like you would on your normal finger. So that's really cool. And he can hold these swords really well, and the swords are really nice. They're shiny black, and they fit onto his jet mode and go onto the sides of jet mode. So really, really nice. So with the hands, hold this really well as far as these slots in there. Let me get that. Gotcha. There we go. So again, without wrapping his fingers around it, I'll just leave it like that. He holds that really, really well. So really nice. A lot of times with some MPs, they don't get that right with these slots, and the slots don't really hold well. But on his, again, without having his fingers wrapped around it, hold it really well. Same thing with the gun. He can hold the gun really well. Let me fix this in here. La 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 la. There we go. All right. Again, without having to put his fingers around it, he can hold that really well. I can shake it. It came off when I shake it a lot, but he holds that really well. So let's do that again. This time we're going to close his fingers around this to get you an idea how it looks. So that goes around, wrap his little fingers around it, take his thumb, put his thumb around, and he is golden. He's going to sit there and blow you away. So really, really cool. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. So let's get that off. And I love MMC stuff. I mean, if you saw my last video, I mentioned how I have Hexatron and I have Ferrorex, and I just love their work. I think they do awesome work. Fix these here. So I love their work. I think they do a great job. I mean, they're doing killer stuff now. So I'm getting more and more into their stuff because I think it's cool. So we did articulation on the arm. Up here on the chest, let's look at the head. The head's on a ball joint as well, and move it around like that. You get a full 360 out of it. You can look all the way up if you want to. He can look down actually really, really well too, which is cool because he's a big bot. He looks mainly down a lot of other bots. And then on this one, you can see he's got, if you can kind of zoom in on it there, but he's missing his right eye, which is, again, if you're into him, you know why he's missing that right eye there. So really, really neat. I just think they did a great job on that head sculpt there and that face sculpt. Going down here to the chest, these do open up, and they reveal like missile pods sitting in his chest. They're gonna go out and go, and then blow up my phone there. So that's not a good thing. The plastic itself is really nice. It's like a shiny, I don't know, like a shiny blue. Really, they did a really good job. Like I said, for this being an early test shot, this thing is awesome. Going further down, you got these bits here and this here on his side here. Let's get this arm up. He's got this little lever right here that you just slide out, and that brings out these guns, if you will, right here for his abdomen area. And you can take them out and start shooting. And then over here on this piece, this flips down, right here. And then on top, he's got another little tab that slides forward, and it brings out even 2 more guns. So now he's just going to start firing you with the barrage of missiles coming, missiles right up here. You know, maybe more missiles or just bullets coming out you. So you better get out of the way because he's going to blow you to bits. So really cool. I dig that. Close that up. All right, down on the leg. So this piece here, okay, and I said there were very few tolerances that needed to be adjusted. This is probably one of them, and I don't know necessarily that it's a big issue, but what happens is this just plugs right here into the side of the leg, like so. Make sure it's facing, yeah, I have it down, facing down like that. And so the deal is when you pick his leg up, sometimes that'll pop off. And that's probably because of these hip skirts right here. Kind of get in the way as far as that goes. So they may or may not pop off. Again, that may be something you have to do to fix on the way. And I didn't just break it there, so don't think like, oh, you broke it. No, I didn't. This is meant to pop off right there. It just kind of sits right in there. And doesn't... there you go. We'll just leave these off to the side right now. But you can see that just pops on and off, but it's not going to pop off just without you messing with it. You know, it's not going to sit there and pop off. So, but the legs themselves, you know, they go up. Put that on there. They go up about that far, just like that. Forward, backwards. They go back about that far backwards. And again, this, yeah, that's about as far back as it'll go. They go out, and you can hear those nice ratchets on them. So they go out, and that's pretty good ratchet holding that up, holding that leg up there. I mean, shake that, and it's not going to come down. So that's pretty good ratchet right there. The leg itself, or the knee, I should say, is a double jointed knee. You can kind of see it right here on this top one, on that bottom one there as well. So you can take that, bend it up, and you can bend this one up too, like that. And you bring that up. If this backpack didn't get in the way, he can actually probably essentially just flip his whole leg and kick himself in the back. Be like, damn it, what did I do that for? But you can kind of see it right there. Let's get that. Where you can bend that leg. So he's got a full range of motion on that knee there. Really, really cool. The feet themselves, they are on a tilt, so you got the ankle and the front of the foot and the back of the foot move on one motion. They also tilt down like that and like that. And again, I'm not sure if that's going to be for transformation or what. Like I said, since I haven't messed with this figure for transformation. But you can tilt them down, you can tilt them up as well. And then he's got these cool treads right here that are movable. Unlike on Tarn, these actually do move. And when they move, if you can see right here on the camera, Church picking it up, you can see all these gears inside are moving when I move these treads, which is really cool. They really made this figure really nice. And the treads themselves are made out of a plastic, like a rubber plastic, but really nice. I mean, they're really it's really neat. Color scheme himself, again, may change over time. I'm not sure, but he's got a lot of colors going on here. He's got like a sea green coming on here. He's got his dark blues. He's got his purple. He's got his brownish gray, I guess, if you will, plastic. Overall, just a good-looking guy, and a lot of nice molded detail into this too. I mean, there's some spots here, and where was it I was looking at earlier? Might have been inside here when I pulled that down. You can look inside there. It's just nice, just detail that's just kind of molded in that they don't necessarily have to do, but they did it. It looks really cool. I can appreciate when a company does extra molded in detail into that. I think it's really neat. So again, I'm not going into transformation or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this figure and let you see it and get your thoughts on it. Like I said, go to Pig for Life, his YouTube page, and he's got a more in-depth look at this figure. I forgot to show off the backpack before we head out of here. Big old backpack, like a jetpack back there. But again, it's not overly big to where it looks like, oh, well, that looks ridiculous on him. No, it's really nicely done. And he does have a waist swivel as well that you can rotate. There you go, just like that. So, really nice. Again, check out Pig for Life's channel. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to us too. We're going to be bringing you guys some figures that you may not be able to see anywhere else right away, and you know, we'll be able to show you here on Toy Dojo's channel. So again, thank you, Eddie at Toy Dojo, and thank you, MMC, for letting us take a look at that. If you like these, please subscribe and keep watching. Thanks.